Sponsored by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long off-season. This guy's a freak of nature, LeBron James. For a guy with his size and his strength.
Let's meet your Cleveland Cavaliers.
The Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on
this. This is Kevin Durant. Welcome to 2KU.
Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, this is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg welcoming you to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the back. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3 slot. Irving against Rose. Passes it to Butler. There's the feed to Gasol. The jump hook. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
You know that if you're a team in the East or anywhere in the NBA for that matter, when you face the Bulls, it's going to be a battle wire to wire. These guys are coming at you for the full 48 minutes. They're extremely tough within the conference, too.
Chicago with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thanks again, Doris. And here are the Cavaliers now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Love the pass to LeBron. It's good from about 19 feet. James has got 5.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Butler kicks to Gasol. Shot from 12, and he gets it to go. Gasol's got his first points in this one.
He is just so good from that range, guys.
You know, never mind with the height advantage he had there.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Out left to the wing. Here's Dunleavy. He's guarded by Varejao. Outside Butler. Pass to Noah. Boom! He jams it straight down. No challenge from the defense there, Clark. Could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Good. 9 points for LeBron.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Bulls trail by 3. And it's Rose penetrating. The shot, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it.
Kevin Love, I think, solidifying his place last season among the best players in the world. First-time starter in the All-Star game. And incredible numbers, 26 points, over 12 boards a game in the regular season.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
And Dunleavy gets it to go in.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
Now here's James. 12 points for him. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And GM's agreeing, voting Kevin Love the top power forward going into last season. He did nothing to dissuade him. I mean, he's a great scorer, and he's been in the top 3 in rebounding for 3 of the last 4 seasons. They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
It's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Varejao. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. Mike Miller's checked in for Dion Waiters. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Cleveland leading by 5. James has a two-pointer. No good off the back of the rim. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Heinrich with it. Sean Marion covering. McDermott with the screen for Heinrich. Here's Mirotic. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. It's up a 3. They get it back. Marion dishes to Dellavedova. Miller kicks to James. Nails it from the high post. James has got 17.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Heinrich passes to Gibson, and stolen by James. And he drops it in from the low post. LeBron's got 19 points.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Now here's Heinrich. The 3. And again, Chicago. No good. Got a piece of it. McDermott with a steal. The finish, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
A 3 ball. He goes up again. Can't capitalize inside. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 7. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
So for Chicago right now, Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. Mirotic is out there with Taj Gibson, and it's Heinrich in at the wall.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
Chicago shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And not a very strong free throw shooting team in general. Guys, they shot 73% as a team a year ago.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Anderson Varejau's checked in for Thompson. Then for the Bulls, Noah comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Rose in for Kirk Heinrich.
Kyrie Irving 3 seasons ago was the only rookie in NBA history to shoot as well as he did from the three-pointers, the field, and the free throw line. There's no question about it. He is an elite shooter.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls, Saul comes in for Mirotic. That's Dunleavy in for McDermott. The dish to Dunleavy. Butler on the way. 6 to shoot. Tries from 16 and too long on the shot.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Varejau's shot is good. Here's Rose. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And he dunks it in right on Anderson Varejao. Wow.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Raiders no luck. Bulls trail by 8. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. The kick outside to Butler. Gasol trying to free himself up. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Dunleavy. Butler's got his second basket. Cleveland's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back into the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
Cleveland leading by 3. Irving from long range, and he gets the bucket. Irving's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Cavs. And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And one more note about Cleveland. Everyone will now assume that they will make the playoffs this year, but the ultimate goal is a title, something that hasn't happened in the city of Cleveland for any major sport in a long time. Probably 64, I think, may be the last title.
Again, you're right on it. James checked in for Cleveland.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 22 points for LeBron.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, interestingly, guys, Joakim Noah draws inspiration from music. Not the typical selections you might think. He is a huge reggae fan. Noah said, quote, "People think reggae is such happy music, but really listen to the lyrics. It's about empowerment. It's about uniting people. It gives me strength on the floor." Guys?
Noah, definitely a unique player and character in the NBA. Good to see. Good kid. Thank you, Doris. Double team on Rose. Up and in on the layup. Rose has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Derrick Rose, born and raised on the south side of Chicago, now playing for his hometown Bulls. He even became a partner and endorser for Chicago's top deep dish pizza chain. He does represent this town.
Now here's LeBron. 25 points in the game. Over Butler. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
You talk about Derrick Rose's culinary interest. He's looked to change his diet for the better.
Yeah, he needed to, Kevin, because, he was a big fan of candy when he came into the league. It was kind of his vice. He said he would eat up to 2 pounds of candy in one sitting. I mean, that's just crazy. But he's hired a personal chef. He's eating better. He's taking care of his body. And it's important, obviously, as you get older and you're dealing with injuries.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
The 3 from LeBron. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Varejao.
It's not enough for the defense to just get into position. They've got to get in the way.
He took what they gave him and cashed in.
Yeah, he paid it off.
Yeah, in a big way. Superb finish.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Varejao. Miller comes in for Sean Marion. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kevin Love. Mirotic sets the screen for Heinrich. Pass to Mirotic. Kicks it to McDermott. There's the triple. Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Cavaliers lead by 5. And now we'll send it down to...
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll... And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making, too. He really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Varejao in at the 5. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. They get it again. Love outside. LeBron drives in. That's in there. Love with the assist. 31 points for LeBron.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making. Love is known for how explosive he can be on offense, but he still gets knocked on for his defensive prowess, or lack thereof. He seems to be tiring of it, though, and has put in a lot of work. I think he's gotten better.
Scooped up. Noah kicks to Butler. Tries again. Outside Rose. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. No coverage that time. Dunleavy's got 8 points.
And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. I remember last season when Tyson Chandler had remarks about Love's defense, and Love just brushed it off. It's something. He's heard before and has followed him even in his rise to the highest ranks of the NBA.
And I think it's been a bit of an overhyped and overstated problem for him. I mean, he does so much more on the court than people think. I don't think he'll ever be an NBA All-Star defender, but he's more than capable of holding his own at that end of the floor.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau worked with Clippers coach Doc Rivers in Boston. For many years, and they remain close friends, often sharing notes. Rivers said of Thibodeau, "He's the best mind I've ever been around. People keep expecting them to fall, but he holds them together. It's his system, but it's more just his way. He simply doesn't relent, Kevin."
He makes his players believe, Doris. That's something they both share in common. Thank you. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Chicago calls timeout.
Bulls were a team last year that just never gave up. That was their identity. They didn't have a ton of talent, but they played with a toughness and a defensive mentality that always seemed to keep them moving forward.
Outside Gasol. Out to the right wing. Into Noah. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over there.
Well, you know what, Kevin? Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force. Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
Well, to follow up on the Bulls, that never-say-die attitude, Clark, kept them in a lot of road games. Ended up winning 21 last year.
And, Kevin, that put them just over 500 on the road as a team, and that's really all you can hope for when you lose your star player early in the season.
Well, LeBron James having his nose broken last season by Serge Ibaka, vulnerable. His durability, just one more thing that sets him apart.
Gasol, no good.
most of the time that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
And another miss by Cleveland.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Butler dishes to Noah. He kicks to Dunleavy. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Dunleavy's got 7 now in this quarter. And LeBron, over his career, dealing with a few back issues, but he's been able to remain remarkably healthy.
Kevin, incredibly durable, given the punishment he absorbs night in and night out, and the load he's asked to carry by his team at both ends of the floor. That's another element that makes you shake your head about what he's been able to do in his career.
You're right. You're right. Dunleavy for 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists now in the game. 1:51 left in the third quarter of the game. The pass to Varejao. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Noah. Rose kicks to Gasol. For the lead. And Dunleavy gets it to go in. Dunleavy's got 12 points in just the second half.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
James, no good.
It's been a tale of 2 halves, huh, guys? He was on fire from long range in the first half, but not so much here in the second.
Outside Butler. Here's Noah. Second chance shot, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
This is his first free throw of the game.
He hit his foul shots at about a 74% clip last season.
Well, it's funny, Clark, some people thought that Joakim Noah was considered a bust when drafted by Chicago.
Very premature assessment of that young man, I tell you. You talk about having to eat crow for those who felt that way. The 2-time NCAA champion, Noah has now rightly become revered as the heartbeat of this scrappy Bulls team, an All-NBA, an All-Star, and also an All-NBA defensive player as well.
That's good. Bulls have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Gibson setting the pick for Hinrich. Noah the screen, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Kirk Hinrich in his 12th season out of Kansas. Remember covering this guy in college. Still a quality defensive combo guard. At 6'4", tremendous IQ and anticipation really helps him at the defensive end. And he's, I think, a little underrated offensively, too.
Mirotic is checked in for the Bulls. And both free throws good from Hinrich. And Hinrich playing big numbers for the Bulls last season. Steve, his shooting percentages have started now to tail off over the last few years.
You know, I think his defense is really what keeps him on the court at this point, Kevin. Offensively, still a good playmaker and a decision maker, but he's not going to be a big scorer.
There's 39 seconds left in the third. Dishes it to Snell. Gibson with the screen on Waiters. McDermott passes to Gibson. There's a good screen. Here's the 3. And Hinrich with the basket, the assist from Gibson. Heinrich's got 5 points so far.
You know, their three-point shooting since halftime is about as good as you could possibly ask for, guys.
Now's the time to put the pedal to the metal, boys. Keep firing those deep balls and build that lead up.
15 seconds left to play in the third. He dishes it to McDermott. Off with the layup. Here's Thompson. No luck. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Bulls out front. They lead by a bucket. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This was such a pretty pass, Kevin. Beautiful assist, and of course it turned into the easy basket, but just a gorgeous play there.
Cavaliers trailing. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got McDermott. Taj Gibson is out there with Mirotic. And there's Heinrich. And it's Snell in at the 2 spot.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Heinrich kicks to Mirotic. He feeds it to Snell. Down low. Mirotic gets the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Raiders on the wing. Good. And Miller gets the assist. There is just no way, Clark, to tell who is going to pull this one out.
You know what, Kevin? I think looking at this game, it may very well come down to one crucial key play.
Yeah, 6 lead changes so far. So which team can come up with that big play you're talking about, Clark? That's going to be interesting.
Here's Dellavedova. Feeds to Thompson. Miller outside. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
It seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shots today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal.
Chicago calls timeout. Well, last season, Tristan Thompson made the decision to change his shooting hand, Clark. He went from shooting with his left to now shooting with his right hand.
Yeah, I've not heard of anything quite like that before, but he improved his free throw shooting substantially as a result of the change, and he gets to the line fairly often, so I think that's a nice development. I love that young man's work ethic and what he brings to a team in terms of rebounding and physicality.
I think LeBron's going to like playing with him.
I agree.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
LeBron, good.
Well, Thompson is ambidextrous. He throws a baseball right-handed, writes with his left. And you got to give him credit for taking a chance with a whole new method of shooting, and it's paying dividends.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And Dunleavy gets it to go in.
They're starting to give him a little too much space here in the second half. That's his 3rd three-pointer since the break.
And Thompson prone to getting the shot blocked inside despite his length and athleticism. Being ambidextrous, you would think that he at some point developed that ability to be a better finisher inside with either hand. We'll see.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Gibson setting the pick for Rose. Dunleavy for 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Dunleavy's got 23 points. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Well, he sees something that he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
Pau Gasol's checked in for Taj Gibson.
And he's performing at such a high level. That's why they're in the lead right now.
Rose against Irving. Butler kicks to Gasol. Back to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Gasol. Can't get it to go. Good D by Love. Cleveland leading by 5. Hit his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. And here's James outside. Chicago grabs the miss. Noah's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Gasol setting the pick for Butler. Here's Noah. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Boy, poor defense at both ends. It kind of reminds me of your teams, Clark.
Well, not exactly. We did give a little better effort. I mean, neither squad really digging in at that end. At least we tried to play defense.
Bulls trail by 5. Let's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
He had pretty much played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's really the only time he's turned it over so far.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. .12 left to play here in the fourth. Rose dishes to Butler. Gasol inside, working on Love. A nice shot by Gasol.
And that's what you love to do as the road team, Kevin. Hit the big shot to take the crowd right out of it.
Yeah, they've done that for sure.
They sure have. That shot right there had a huge effect on this crowd.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
The Bulls have gone 5 of 8 shootings. We've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Rose kicks to Butler. Rose up on top. He's covered by Irving. Right wing. Takes the 3. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Incredible back and forth action. The crowd going crazy. 1 minute, three-pointer on one side of the floor, and then boom, they come right back and bury a triple of their own.
Pure white-hot intensity, guys. A perimeter bomb fest right now.
This guy's a good three-point shooter, but that was probably from a little bit too far.
Yeah, not what I would call working to get the best shot either.
Butler gets to Gasol. Back to Butler. To tie it up. Misses the 3. For 3, Dunleavy. Misses the 3. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
And he commits the intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. 2 shots. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. What do you think?
They need a quick 3 here. It's a tough shot. The odds are against them, but anything's possible.
A chance to tie it up, Clark.
A 3 would make it happen.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And now, down to Doris Burke, who is courtside, standing by with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?